Rabbi Shmuley Boteach, and you're watching Taped with Rabbi Doug.
We're gonna see Rabbi Doug. We're gonna see Rabbi Doug. We're gonna see Rabbi Doug on your TV tonight. But Daddy, I want to watch Monday Night Football.
Forget about Monday Night Football. There's no other thing we're going to watch on Monday but Rabbi Doug.
Yeah, Rabbi Doug on TV tonight. We're going to see Rabbi Doug. Oh, everybody talk about Doug.
Shalom and welcome to Taped with Rabbi Doug. Glad you could be with us. My guest today is Lori Neiberg. She is the Midwest Regional Director of Admissions and Development for the Alexander Muss High School in Israel. Welcome to the show, Lori.
Thank you.
Glad you could be with us. Tell me, the Alexander Muss High School in Israel, this is a high school program for kids who want to go to Israel and spend part of their high school time in Israel. How long can they stay? What can they do when they're there? Is it a semester? Is it a whole year? What is the Alexander Muss High School in Israel?
Well, the Alexander Muss High School in Israel is an 8-week academic program, and it's offered to juniors and seniors in high school. And it's offered 5 times during the course of the year. The kids can go the summer before their junior year. That's the first time they're able to go. And they can go September, December, February, April, or the summer. And it's an 8-week study program.
And in this 8 weeks, does that include Jewish holidays as well? Are they there during Pesach, Shavuot, Sukkot, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur?
Oh, it depends on the time of the year that they go. The kids that go in the September session are there for the high holy days, and they come home and they just love it. It's an experience of a lifetime to be in Israel for the holidays.
Are kids from different backgrounds, such as Orthodox, Conservative, and Reform, are they all able to go? For example, people who keep strictly kosher, can they be there? People who are looking to be in a synagogue for Shabbat and the holidays, can they be there? You know, someone comes from an Orthodox family and they want to go on a short program. This seems like to be a perfect program. Does it accommodate them as well?
Yes, this program is unaffiliated. Kids from all different denominations are able to go. We do keep kosher and we do observe Shabbat. And kids that do like to go to services, we give them the opportunity to be able to go.
Is there a time now, some kids have never been to Israel before, and this is their first experience going to Israel. Let's say they have a cousin in Israel or a relative in Israel. They're there for only 8 weeks. They're in this program for 8 weeks. Do they get to visit their friends and relatives in Israel?
Yes, they do. We have certain Shabbatot. They are required to stay on campus, or they do go to Jerusalem together 2 times during the course of their 8 weeks while they're there. But the other Shabbatot, while they're there, they are able to go visit their friends and their family. It's called home hospitality. Now, the people that they do go and visit have to be approved by their parents before they go. There's forms that they fill out, but they're able to spend time on these Shabbat weekends with their family.
What if they don't have family and friends, and other people are all gone to family and friends? Where do those people go?
Well, hopefully what happens is when they get there, if they've gone with nobody that they know, the friends that they meet during the time that they're there invite them to come with them, to their friends or to their family. And if they don't want to go with them, many times our teachers who live in Israel and have families there invite the kids to their homes for Shabbat and for the holidays.
What is the curriculum of the 8 weeks that they're in Israel, just in general?
Well, that's the basis of our program, is this curriculum. It's 4,000 years of history that they study. And they start at biblical times and they go to modern day Israel. And the whole basis of this program is that they're learning the history of Israel, of the Jewish people, and they're using Israel as the classroom. And that's what makes it so unique. And the fact that it's in chronological order is what makes it so unique.
For a kid to take off 8 weeks from their high school, it seems like they'll miss so much work. And, you know, even a kid who takes off sometimes on a Jewish holiday, the teachers aren't very accommodating to them. How do you work out an 8-week absence from a public high school or even from a Jewish high school when the curriculum is so high, so intense, and they come back after 8 weeks and they're so far behind? How do you work that in their schedule?
Okay, well,
and how do they get into the program to begin with?
Okay, well, in order to get into the program, first of all, like I said before, you have to be a junior or senior in high school. You also have to have a 2.5 average to get in, and your high school does have to give you permission to attend the program. But the way it works is that we don't expect them to miss 8 weeks of school. Our core curriculum, which is this history course, usually we get credit from the high school in English, history, humanities, and physical education because they're doing all kinds of hiking and climbing all over Israel. But the classes that they're taking, like science or math or foreign language, we call their sequentials. And what we do is we go to their teacher at their home school And we asked the teacher not to prepare lesson plans, but to give us the assigned chapters and the concepts that they would be missing for 2 months, the 2 months that they would be in Israel. When they get to Israel, they bring these assignments and they bring their textbooks. They're tutored by Israeli high school teachers in these subjects so that when they come back home 2 months later, they will be exactly where the rest of their class is. They've done it in Israel. They've done it with Israeli teachers. They're not having the benefit of their classroom at their home school, but they're in Israel.
Yeah,
and they're also learning.
Right.
So
that's great.
It's a wonderful, wonderful opportunity for kids.
That's great. I know you have a video to share with us. Can you give us just a highlight? What is the video about that we're going to see?
Oh, it just shows the kids and the pictures and where they go and the field trips that they go on. It also shows the campus where they live. We have a campus in a little town called Hod Sharon, which is about 20 minutes north of Tel Aviv. And it talks about how the program works and how it's set up and how the week works when they're there.
And where is your campus at?
It's in Hod Sharon.
Hod Sharon, and that is?
That is 20 minutes north of Tel Aviv.
Exactly.
So a little town, right.
Very nice. All right. We're going to take a look at this video now of the Alexander Muss High School in Israel program, and we'll be right back.
2 incredible months.
2 months of what?
2 months of excitement. 2 months of seeing the awesome land of Israel, living in a college-style dorm with friends, and getting academic credit at the same time.
You mean 2 months in some boring school in Israel?
Not quite. I mean 2 months at high school in Israel, where the classroom is as big as the open sky. The experience is unforgettable.
Let me get this straight. So I'm learning, but I'm not in a classroom?
That's right. When we talk about higher education, we're not kidding. Want to see more?
Israel is a journey both through Israel and through time and through oneself.
Definitely come. It's a great program. There's nothing like it in the world.
It's not like a regular class. You sit down. I mean, you go to Masada and you sit there and you learn what happened exactly where you're sitting. And it's so different than sitting in the classroom learning what happened there.
No matter what you might hear, no matter what you might think, you're going to love it here. This is the best place and you're going to never want to leave it.
It's such a good experience. It's definitely good. And it's a break from your normal life. And it's something to remember. Like when I look back now, my senior year of high school, I'm just definitely going to think of this as the best part.
Alexander Muss High School in Israel isn't your average school.
Does it have a campus?
Sure, it has a campus. Hey, it even has classrooms. But that's where the similarities end and the major differences begin.
Are you sure this isn't just another tour?
There's much more to high school in Israel than touring, even though that's part of it. Here's a look. Your bags. You're climbing aboard a jumbo jet on an international flight. Destination, Ben Gurion Airport, Israel. Before you know it, you're right in the middle of an exotic land.
On Yom Kippur, Syrian tanks came in right across this valley, right, which was pretty flat, and was able to take over 2/3 of the Golan, which you see on the map on page 46.
Not only are you going to a foreign country, you're entering Israel, one of the most fascinating places on earth. A country where the past, present, and future come together, and world history is shaped on a daily basis.
HSI Experiences! Woo!
Hey, don't forget your hiking boots, bathing suits, cameras, and frisbees. Many people don't realize that Israel's enormous popularity is also the result of its breathtaking natural environment. Almost every recreational opportunity is available, and so are dozens you never even thought about. You'll learn more than you can imagine, but pure fun is a major part of the HSI experience.
They have a new government. Churchill is out. And by the way, Churchill has said, although he
In addition to receiving high school credit, you can also earn up to 6 college credits at HSI. The program features comfortable dormitories in a college-style setting. It's an atmosphere that builds personal responsibility and maturity.
They started off in 1096, but they didn't even reach Jerusalem until 1099.
On any given day, your classroom can be anywhere, from an airy hilltop overlooking modern Jerusalem to an inactive volcano dating to prehistoric times. Teaching, it takes place on the move. You will see the very places you're learning about. That means education is hands-on and fun. Good study habits, they're a must, and testing is comprehensive. But the things you're learning will keep you thinking. How's this for transportation? High school in Israel's field trips are legendary. If you're looking to broaden your horizons, all the possibilities are here. You'll see things that stir your emotions and feel things that just may touch your soul. Most graduates say the friends they make during this 8-week adventure last a lifetime. You'll laugh, you'll learn, and you may even get in touch with feelings you never knew were there. Whether you bring a friend or meet one, sharing the incredible adventure of Israel will create a special bond that you will never forget. Many say it's worth going just for that, but there's more.
Look behind you, right there.
Every single staff member, counselor, and teacher in this special program is here for one reason. They love what they do. HSI staff is handpicked from hundreds of applicants. Only the very best are selected. All educators know their stuff, but these experts walk, ride, and climb into the places they're teaching you about. HSI teachers know how to bring the exciting culture of Israel to life. Listen for yourself.
Everything to the left of that dirt path is Lebanon. Everything to the right of the dirt path is Israel. And at some point, what goes on the left is no longer, and behind is no longer Lebanon, but becomes Syria.
Some of this stuff is brand new. Some of this stuff is already from before the destruction.
This was the pillar put up by Titus in honor of the 10th Roman Legion that led the assault on Jerusalem. Where is the pillar now? And who knows about the pillar except for people that study history? And look behind you, right there. And look at the crane. And look at the buildings that are being rebuilt.
Each of us, as we now approach this space, will begin to realize that it's been a dream of people for 3,000 years to come close to that city.
If this looks good to you, enrolling in high school in Israel is easy, and so are the rules you must follow if you're accepted into this program.
Rules? Okay, I knew there was a catch.
Hey, there's no catch. Smart kids follow rules. Number 1, no drinking and no drugs. Students who violate this rule are sent home. 2, the workload is challenging. Study hours are mandatory. And number 3, have fun. For many students, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. Make the most of it.
It's really interesting. You really get a lot out of it, and you have a good time.
Climbing Masada and going to the Dead Sea and going through caves and meeting people. Like Lauren here, I did not know who she was, and we met, and now we're really good friends.
It's like great people, and the teachers make you want to learn, and it's just a lot of fun.
When I came, I don't think I knew anything about Israel. 2 months can change how you feel about your entire life.
Very spiritual, very together, very definitely for a group, very much for teenagers.
By now you should realize that high school in Israel has a lot to offer.
It sounds good. Can anyone go on the program?
Well, not everyone. But if you receive permission from your high school, are approved by HSI, have a GPA of 2.5 or higher, and can handle a challenging study load, you are in for the time of your life.
What if I can't afford the whole tuition?
Scholarships are available, and for all that you're getting, HSI is reasonably priced. In fact, when you consider the amount of academic credits you can earn, including college credit, it's a great deal.
How about free time?
HSI believes that by the time you're a junior or senior, you're ready to handle responsibility. So in addition to structured programs, students are allowed to plan their own. Hey, all around, you won't find a better international program anywhere than the Alexander Muss High School in Israel. See you in Israel.
HSI is number one!
All right, we're back. Very interesting. Looks like a lot of fun. I see you brought some pictures with you today. Can you tell me where some of these pictures are from?
Well, this picture is the USY High School in Israel, which is a special group that goes in February. This particular program, it's the same, it's the regular program, but it is through the conservative movement, this one time a year. So this is the USY High School in Israel program.
So does the USY High School in Israel actually always go through the Alexander Muss
Yes, it
High
does.
School? It does.
It's
Very
just one time, the February session.
Very nice. And this next one here?
This is in Qumran. This is one of the field trips that the kids take, where they actually climb up the top of the mountain and they study about the Essenes and the different sects at that period of time in history.
Very nice. And this next one?
This next one, let's see where this is. This looks like it might be around the same location as the other one.
And here we see, it looks like on the Mediterranean.
Right.
Am I right?
This is probably a fun day at the beach. They were probably having class at the beach. And they have classes on the beach, they have classes on top of mountains, they have classes in caves. Unfortunately, I don't think I have a picture of the caves, but the classes are everywhere, all over Israel.
And here we have class in the mountains, it looks like.
Classes are in the mountains, and a lot of these mountains that these kids are standing in front of, they climb up. Every field trip, every tiul they go on, they're taking hikes, and they're climbing.
Now, you're a nonprofit organization. How exactly are you funded for, it sounds like a big expense, a campus, a lot of kids coming. What is the cost? What is the admission requirements and so on?
Well,
you told me about the age of them, other requirements that people need to have.
Well, it is, it's a national organization. The national office is in Miami. And it's basically just funded on tuition. The kids have to pay a tuition, and that's how it's run. We're run on a lot of financial support. We need as much financial support as we can get. Donations, we have grants, we have foundations that have given money to help support the school. We also give scholarships. 70% of the kids that go on our program are given scholarship money. They're given scholarship through our national organization in Miami, and they're also given scholarship money here in Chicago. We have some local scholarship here available for kids.
Do you have any synagogues in the Chicago area that are set up to give scholarship to kids to go there?
Well, we're just starting with B'nai Torah in Highland Park, where we actually have a scholarship fund set up there, where one of the congregants at the synagogue had his son attend the program about 10 years ago and thought it was the most wonderful, wonderful experience for his son. So he set up a scholarship program at this synagogue where kids are eligible to go for half the price.
Really? That's wonderful. And that's the first one, no others yet?
That's the first one. We're hoping that this may be a model and we can follow it and have some other synagogues do it, because we don't want this to be not the opportunity for not given to every student. We really try to make it work for everybody. We want everybody to have the benefit of the program.
Okay, Lori, you sound like a Chicagoan from your accent, am I right?
No, you're wrong.
Where are you from?
I'm from Miami, Florida.
You're from Miami, actually.
As a matter of fact, I grew up in Miami. This program started 26 years ago in Miami, and I went 23 years ago. So
Really?
I'm actually an alum of the program.
Well, my next question was that you carried on a little bit of a Midwestern accent to once you've been here, I guess. But I wanted to know how you got involved in this program, because you don't sound Israeli. You don't sound like somebody in Israel who's running it, and I was wondering about that. So you actually are an alumni of this program.
Yes, I am.
And did the experience for you, did it do anything to your Judaism?
It changed my life.
It did, really?
It really did. It is a life-changing experience. It does this to the kids that go. They come home with a deep connection to Israel, to Judaism. it's just a wonderful opportunity. We did a study about 2 years ago. JESNA did a study, the Jewish Educational Society of North America, to see the impact the program had on its students. And it showed that the kids that went remained and became affiliated with synagogues as they grew older. They married within the religion, and they became Jewish leaders. We have rabbis, cantors, educational directors, so many people who are involved in the Jewish field who are alum. Everywhere you go, somehow you meet somebody and they say, I went on that program in 1979. So it's amazing.
And how did you reconnect with the program so many years later?
Well, it's a funny story, but I was teaching at Schechter, I was subbing, and a girlfriend of mine who actually went on the program with me 23 years ago, who lives in Miami, called me and said to me that they're looking for somebody in Chicago to run the Midwest office. And I just grabbed the opportunity. As soon as I heard that I can reconnect with the high school in Israel program and
something
get involved
you have a
again,
personal love for.
Right. It's definitely something I feel for.
Wow. How neat it is to find a job that falls in your lap for something that you would love to have from day one, and it just all of a sudden is there for you. How many kids from Chicago went on the program last year?
Last year we sent about 30 kids. When we say Chicago, we're actually talking Midwest. We're talking Milwaukee and Madison.
Sure.
But we sent about 30 kids, which was just great because the year before there was no one here in Chicago actually doing the recruitment and working with the schools. So within the past year, we've done pretty well.
Has there been a drop-off at all during bad times? Israel's had some hot times, of course, during the Iraqi crisis a number of years ago with some of the terrorist bombings. Is there a time that people all of a sudden are going, there's too many scary things going on in Israel for me to send my kids? Does enrollment drop off, or has it been pretty steady?
Well, lately it's been pretty steady. But when there are things happening in Israel, sometimes the enrollment does drop off. We have very careful security measures in Israel. We do a lot of things in Israel at the high school that the teachers in Israel wouldn't even do with their own children, but because we're taking the responsibility of your children, our safety precautions are even more so. But lately our sessions have been full, and they are just booming. Kids are coming left and right.
There have never been any problems?
Nope, 26 years, and we have an unblemished record.
Thank God.
Thank God.
And I think that it's something that people worry about, but, unless you're in the hot seat yourself, you normally don't come across those things. What is the future of this program? Is it growing? Are you going to take more than 120 kids per session? It seems like something like this would be very, very popular because of the idea of, I don't have to take off a semester. I don't have to, make long-term plans. It's a short-term thing. It's an experience. It's not a vacation. It's a learning experience. You have a waiting list, as you mentioned to me before. Are there plans to expand, or are things pretty much set as they are?
No, we're planning to expand. We're hoping to, I think we've just been given some money to build another dorm. That's what's been holding us back, is the actual space in Israel on our campus. And if we can get another dorm built, we can have another 40 kids each session. So it'd be wonderful for us to be able to grow and offer the opportunity. I hate to tell kids that they can't go or they're on a waiting list. I want to be able to have everybody go if they want to.
In each kvutza or group that is together, I'm sure you don't have 120 people all together at one time.
No.
How many people are in a group? How many madrichim or teachers are there leading the groups? How does it work in that way?
Well, being that we take 120 kids, we have 3 dormitories right now, and there's 40 kids in each dorm. To each dorm, there's 2 classes. There's 1 teacher for 20 kids. There's also 2 madrichim for each dorm, a male and a female. And that dorm stays together on a bus, and they see Israel all together with that dorm. And our teachers are absolutely wonderful. They are American teachers who have made Aliyah to Israel, and they've been teaching. Some of our teachers have been there for 20 years. Our most recent teacher has been there for about 5 or 6 years, but we have 6 absolutely wonderful, wonderful teachers that the kids love. And I just want to mention something else about these kids that go over there. What a great college preparation this is for them. It's such an intense academic program that when these kids come back, they are so much more prepared to go to college. And they're also eligible for 6 college credits just by taking our curriculum.
Wow.
So there's a lot of benefits to the program.
And can you tell me how many people since the program started have come through it? Do you know?
I think we have, let's see, 15,000?
15,000. 15,000 Jewish souls hopefully saved by a program like this. It's just wonderful. This is the booklet that Lori will get you if you're interested in the Alexander Muss High School in Israel program. I want you to know that you can contact Lori at Lornei, at AOL.com by email, or you can phone her at area code 846 to get more information about the Alexander Muss High School in Israel, a unique academic experience. Tell me now, in this booklet we see a lot of pictures, a lot of information. What do you think people want most out of a program like this for their kids? What do you think is their biggest desire?
Well, I think basically to be in Israel with their peers, to come back feeling confident with themselves, and to also come back with a feeling of knowing who they are, where we all came from, and to be connected to Israel and Judaism for the rest of their life. And this is what happens. And with all that, the kids have fun.
You know, the one thing that comes to mind, my camp experience and all those things, do you have reunions?
Oh, yes. That's part of what I do, is we have reunions June 5th, as a matter of fact. We're having a Midwest reunion. Minneapolis, St. Louis, Cleveland, Chicago, Madison, Milwaukee. We're having it here in Chicago. Wow. And we're actually having it at B'nai Torah in Highland Park. So we're planning this huge reunion, and if there's anybody out there who's watching this, who's an alum of high school in Israel, please be sure to get in touch with me and I'll put you on our mailing list and let you know what's going on. We're bringing in a couple of our teachers to be here for this reunion, so it's a big thing, and let us know if you're an alum.
Great. Lori, I want to wish you much success with the Alexander Muss High School in Israel. Again, you can email Lori at LOR. On the Alexander Muss High School in Israel program. I wish you much success. I know that there are so many people out there who are going to find a lot of interest in this, and if they get the chance to do something like this, what they come back with will be something that they can never experience in any other way. I want to thank all of you for being with us here on Taped with Rabbi Doug. Remember, you can see us in Chicago on Monday nights on Channel 19 at 8:30 p.m., on Tuesday nights in Highland Park, Deerfield at 7 p.m. on Channel 19, and on Wednesday nights in Skokie through Mount Prospect, Schaumburg on TCI on Channel 35 at 8 o'clock p.m. I want to thank my guest, Lori Neiberg, and hope, Lori, that you have much success in this high school in Israel program. You should find many more Chicago people to join you, and if anyone out here has any questions, please be sure to get in contact with us at taped@rightme.com or get a hold of Lori. And we hope to see you next week here on Taped with Rabbi Doug. Shalom.
Shalom.
It must be you to help me.